Gecko crawled into the dead bride's skirt, staring at her beautiful face. The young man hesitated for a long time, but in the end, he couldn't control his desire and reached his hand toward her skirt. Just as he was about to touch her, the groom's coffin beside her suddenly slammed forward. The loud crash startled Jack. It was obvious that the dead groom was warning him. Jack seemed to realize something, so he stopped, closed the bride's coffin, and pushed the groom's coffin back into place. Later that night, the bride's beauty kept him awake. He opened the drawer next to his bed and found a white box inside. Jack forced it open with all his strength, and a disc and a camera fell out. Driven by curiosity, Jack put the disc into the DVD player, but the disc seemed damaged and no image would play. Then Jack picked up the camera from the floor and looked through the photos inside. Staring at the beautiful bride, Jack felt very excited. But as he flipped through the pictures, he noticed something strange. In the later photos, the bride's face was covered in bruises, and her expression was full of pain. The more Jack looked, the more uneasy he felt. Then he noticed dried bloodstains on the floor. Jack suspected that the bride must have suffered domestic violence before she died. Just then, strange noises came from the funeral home. Jack quickly ran over to check, but as soon as he reached the door, he saw a thin string tied to the lock. At that moment, it was as if he were possessed, and he couldn't help but follow the string forward. Before long, Jack followed the string into the funeral hall. When he opened the door, he saw the beautiful bride standing at the end of the string, waiting for him. She stretched out her hands helplessly toward him. Jack had long been obsessed with her beauty, and he couldn't resist the temptation. Just as he was about to approach her, the groom suddenly appeared behind her and dragged her away. Her painful cries echoed, and Jack suddenly woke up. It turned out everything was just a dream. At that moment, the broken DVD player suddenly started playing by itself. On the screen, the bride's hands were tied up. Jack realized something, and in anger, he turned off the player and rushed into the funeral home. But when he entered, he found that the bride's coffin lid had somehow opened again. Not only that, her clothes were messy and disordered, as if someone had touched her. Jack guessed it must have been the ghost of the groom. In order to stop the dead groom from bothering her again, Jack carried the bride to his own room. To keep her beautiful face intact, he sewed up her wounds. Then what he did next shocked me.